so I think it'd be an interesting thing for people to pay attention to their bodies, right? Like you talk about that. Pay attention to your body. What is your body telling you? When you eat this, how do you feel? When you eat that, how do you feel? When you drink this, when you do this and or don't do this, right? How does
Right.
your body feel? And
What's scary about that, and I don't think this is in the book, but if you were born after 1990, you were born into a world of fast food and oversized portions and high fat and high salt. And you won't might not have the ability, if you do get diagnosed with diabetes or you are becoming overweight, you don't have the ability to revert back and see, to the nutrition that you grew up with. So that's what, I wanted to really put in the book, let people know how it used to be. But one of the things that I notice is when I do go have fast food or eat something from a restaurant and I become really thirsty because it was very salty. I can notice when things are way too salty because I didn't grow up eating foods that were salty like that. So that's one of the things I say in the book is to assess yourself after you go out and you eat, whether it's fast food or a restaurant. If you're parched and you're really, thirsty after, or you feel bogged down and really tired, start paying attention and don't eat there anymore.
yeah, right, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
and I know for myself and for people that I know, there can be this like afternoon lull, right?
Mhm.
Where you've eaten lunch and then there's almost a little crash where you wish you lived in Europe so you could take a siesta in the afternoon, right? Like
Right.
close
Yeah.
the doors and go lay down, take a nap. But it's a lot of times, or most times, probably because of what we've eaten and what we've
Right.
eaten, right? The good
Right.
that we've
Yeah.
not let
Yeah.
our
And I explain how that was an issue with us. If there wasn't, like, a lot of times people will go and have those morning big drinks with a lot of sugar in them, whether it's a cold coffee or a hot coffee, and it doesn't have a lot of protein or fat in it, but it just like spikes you, spikes your blood sugar up. And then later you're crashing and you don't have that protein or fat. That's one of the things that they taught us when we initially learned about how to care for, someone with diabetes is you need fat and good protein in every meal that will help you from plummeting. Then if you're not diabetic, it could be what you're talking about. You kind of crash out and you want that nap. But having a little bit of protein in there is really good.